A very powerful storm hitting for today, bringing a lot of blizzards with it, also with the damaging winds and the feet of snow. Still showing it's going to be 3 feet plus, everybody. And some ice, bringing freezing rain. It's going to knock out more power outages. Now, it has upgraded in our severe weather for today, also for tomorrow. Chances for widespread damage and winds up to 75 miles per hour. You see, we have 2 enhanced features now. Chances for these tornadoes even strong for tornadoes. Before tomorrow, it has grown to a big moderate section, even a 60% section for winds, everybody. This is going to be a very powerful storm that's going to be rolling through. So I'm going to show you the latest information. What are you going to expect from this storm system and the impacts? Now, once again, we will come right back to this. First, let's go through the new information. And we're going to start off with a tornado threat for today. Not only the significant severe in all this black hatched area, chances for a strong tornado, we have increased confidence in this 10% of these yellow spots of a chance for a strong tornado for today. So here's your cities and states at risk for a tornado threat for today. Also, the wind threat, which has gone up to 45% for today. Even the significant severe, this black hatched area, there's going to be widespread damage and winds up to 75 miles per hour. So here's your cities and states at risk for the damage and winds for today. And the hail threat as well. It has gone up. Even chances for significant severe over here along the south, at least 2 inches in diameter. So here's your cities and states at risk for the chance for hail for today. And for tomorrow, the big upgrade that we have now, and you can see the chances for the tornadoes. We even have the moderate section for tornadoes. Even the significant severe going all the way from the Florida Panhandle all the way towards the north. Chances for an EF2 or greater. So here's your cities and states at risk for a tornado threat for tomorrow. And the winds, which has gone up greatly all the way to a 60%. This is where you're going to get very powerful hurricane force winds going all the way towards the coast. So here's your cities and states at risk for the damage and wind threat for tomorrow, for Monday. And this is the first 60% of the season so far for this year, everybody. And our hail threat as well. Significant severe in this black hatched area for tomorrow. Chances for strong hail, at least 2 inches in diameter. So here's your cities and states at risk for the hail threat for tomorrow. Now, one thing you want to see is an upgrade with the wind field. You can see we have a lot of very strong winds aloft. This is going to help keep those blizzards going all even along, all the way till later tonight. But it really grows as you go overnight for the Ohio Valley going out through the northeast. This will help intensify your storms. Then for tomorrow, it grows again along the east coast. And this will help intensify not only the damage and winds, the chances for strong tornadoes as you go through for tomorrow evening. Still showing all this snow and freezing rain transitioning all morning long. But once we get around 2 and 3 p.m., this is where you actually have a chance for the tornadoes in that linear event of that squall line forming up over here from Missouri, northern Arkansas, going through Illinois. And as you go later into the evening, it grows even further. So not only the damage and winds, but now you have the chance over here along the south for eastern Texas, going through northern Louisiana and southern Arkansas as you go through later tonight, especially through northern Mississippi as well. We're starting to get these singular supercells coming in front of the squall line. That's where you can get a chance for a strong tornado as we go through the evening while you're getting this widespread damage and winds all the way into Michigan. You're still getting the snow, but as you go through later tonight, you're still pulling up a lot of single cells across the southeast. And this is going to bring your threat all the way until tomorrow morning for tornadoes. So you can see here on your significant tornado perimeters that as you go through the morning hours, that's where your best chance to get a tornado will be along the south as you go through for tomorrow morning. Going through Florida Panhandle, through Georgia, and eventually will grow through the Carolinas for tomorrow evening, bringing strong, significant tornado perimeters all the way from Florida all the way towards Pennsylvania in this region. So any of these cells that form up right in front of this squall line will bring a good chance for a tornado. And whatever tornadoes do form, especially for tomorrow, has a great chance for being a strong tornado, especially over here for North Carolina and Virginia as you go through the early afternoon all the way to the evening where it kicks up for the northeast. This whole region right here has a great chance for a strong tornado as that passes by. Showing as we get that squall line forming up later today, your best chance for hail in that squall line is in this red section. Then as we go through for tomorrow, it will continue along the mid-Atlantic all the way towards the northeast as we get this front coming through, bringing the chances for hail in all of these areas. plus the damage and winds. It will be widespread, showing as we go through the morning all the way towards noontime. We're getting 50 miles per hour wind gusts picking up from Missouri, going through Illinois, Indiana, some of Ohio, and Michigan, while we have it over here for the central and the north central, bringing 50 up to 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Then as you go overnight, it goes all down Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, northern Mississippi through Tennessee. Then you get this big line moving through of very high winds, getting 60 miles per hour plus, going through Iowa, southern Minnesota, northern Missouri, going through Wisconsin again. Then for tomorrow, it goes right along that east coast, bringing that 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts all the way towards New England. See how it pivots right towards New England. So look how it just covers multiple states with these damage and winds all the way towards the east coast. Just a big threat with this storm system. All the impacts we forecasted days ago are showing true. So please, if you're in the line of these storms, make sure you clean everything out of your yard where it could be a potential projectile towards you, your house, or your neighbors. Now we have new information from National Weather Service on the snowfall and the snowy part of this storm system with the blizzard. Now you see additional snowfall accumulations right here with the legend on the right, showing where you have the chances for the 12 to 18 inches is in all of this orange. All that red is going 18 inches towards 2 feet. Then that darker red towards that very dark black right there is going 2 feet towards 3 feet, everybody. Now, some places this is going to break your 2-day snowfall record, also bringing the blizzards. And some people is going to get 1 to 3 inches per hour are likely with the strongest bands from eastern South Dakota to northern Michigan. Still bringing the icing problem, but also with the blowing wind for all these blizzards. So you see right here in this green section, this is your chances for blowing snow. This is where you can get ground blizzards as well, even if you're not getting a lot of snow. So be aware of this whole area. Plus you have the icing possible in this light blue for southern Wisconsin going through northern Michigan. Now these impacts are not only going to be moderate, we have major impacts in all of this red and extreme impacts and all of this purple. Showing the latest run by HRRR, picking up a widespread 5 to 8 inches. Then it gets really heavy still for a foot plus for southern Minnesota, going through eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, and especially into Wisconsin, where it goes towards 3 feet all the way towards northern Michigan. Then for tomorrow, you're going to get more snow coming across for the Ohio Valley, Tennessee, Kentucky Valley. This is where you can get a lot of 2 to 3 inches coming through. Also the higher elevations over here in Appalachians, all the way towards the interior northeast. And this will add up to more snow over here for northern Wisconsin, going through the UP of Michigan, where you still get up to 4 feet, almost 5 feet. It's showing 5 feet, but this will still be very isolated towards the UP. And the latest projections show all that freezing rain and ice stretching all the way into northern Iowa as well. So please be aware this will create more power outages, which, by the way, we're still sitting at 90,000 without power in Ohio, 51,000 without power in Pennsylvania, and through Michigan, 12,000 without power, with Colorado having 15,000 without power as well. Now, along the West Coast, remember, this is going to be a very dangerous heat dome that builds, also setting records for y'all end as well for the first over 100-degree day. Look over here on this diagram showing the forecast temperatures for breaking your 7-day will be all the way towards March 20th. Los Angeles potentially reaching 101 where your record was 99. Yuma reaching 107 where it was 102. Phoenix 106. Tucson 103. There's a lot of these records that's going to be broken all-time first. So remember, not only with the heat, also with the snow melt. So starting with today, breaking record heat temperatures, but also our record lows are going to be broken as we go through for Tuesday into Wednesday. You see for tomorrow, it builds along California. But as we go into Tuesday with the heat building, we also have these cold temperatures coming down that's going to bring some record or tie record lows as we go through Wednesday. Very big heat pocket that is growing from Tuesday into Wednesday. Also record lows again along the southeast, everybody. Then as we go through Thursday, the heat's going to build. Friday, Saturday, just a lot of heat that's about to build for multiple days. Please be aware this is going to bring bad problems with it as well. And still showing my forecast right after this heat dome is still showing true. I will update you on that in another video. So the latest timing on these storms, you can see as we go all the way towards 8 o'clock this morning, it's already building up for the heavy snowfall coming across for southern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and northern Michigan. But you get these severe storms that's popping up for eastern Iowa, going through Illinois. By the time you go through 8, 9 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock. It starts building up to a cluster, and this is where it starts bringing your damage and wind event and starts bringing hail as well. But once you get around noontime and beyond, this is where your squall line really comes into factor. So you have your snow coming across for Wisconsin, Michigan, the UP. You also have the freezing rain that's starting to build up, looking like it's a little north of Sheboygan as you go through the early afternoon. Then it will transition later on this evening. But for the severe weather aspect, the squall line is going to form up, and this is where the widespread damage and winds all evening is going to come from. This squall line that builds up. So once we go through later on this evening, around 3 p.m., you're starting to get the squall line coming through western Illinois, through southeastern Missouri, through northern Arkansas. As you go through 4, 5, 6 p.m., it really grows. Not only the chance for the tornadoes, the hail cores in there, now you're getting a big cluster of thunderstorms coming through for the north, but you also have this squall line forming up, bringing the damage and winds, also the hail all through Illinois, southeastern Missouri, going through Arkansas, but now it's stretching into eastern Texas as well. While you're getting a lot of strong storms coming across for Florida, from the southwest towards northeast, bringing hail potentially with those as well. You can see the hail cores in that line of storms by the time you go through around 5 p.m. Now, once you go a little bit later, this is where it lasts all night with the squall line, going through 6, 7, 8, 9, even get some snow on a wraparound for Iowa, northern Missouri, western Illinois. But you still have this strong damage and wind event that's coming through all evening long, overnight. Remember, there's going to be nocturnal storms as well, all the way from Michigan by 11 o'clock, all down Indiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, even stretching into Louisiana. Then as we go overnight into tomorrow, this is where it picks up again. Over here for Ohio, going through Tennessee, Kentucky. But now you have your threat that's growing for tomorrow for the East Coast. So as we get these supercells that come through right in front of this squall line, showing sometime around noontime is where it really picks up. You see how the squall line comes all the way down towards South Carolina, Georgia, even Florida. This is a big area in general that's going to have a lot of strong storms that's going to build up, bringing you hail, damage and winds, even the threat for tornadoes as you go through the morning. Then once you get past noontime, then it pivots right towards the mid-Atlantic and the squall line intensifies. So you do need to watch out over here along the south as you go through for tomorrow morning for strong storms coming across, even bringing hail cores. You even could see a tornado in there. You could see a water spout that come on shore as well, so be aware of that. But as you go through the evening, you're going to see the squall line really form up along the mid-Atlantic as it goes by for South Carolina, North Carolina, going across for Virginia, bringing straight line damage and winds. But you also have that tornado threat. And you can see the hail threat that's going to be in there as well, bringing some snow on a wraparound for West Virginia going through Pennsylvania. All the way towards New England, we have a strong line of damage and winds coming through Pennsylvania, New York. Then you have these strong cells that's going to flip all the way towards the northeast, bringing the threat for the tornadoes as you go through later into the evening, all the way across New England. This storm is going to impact the whole East Coast. And what's showing up for tomorrow is pretty concerning over here in this moderate risk, not only for the high winds, the strong chances for the hail, but I think this is really going to bring a couple of strong tornadoes, especially over here for the coast of North Carolina. It's been showing run after run, strong cells forming up right in front of that squall line. That is going to make for a dangerous event. Even look at this, by 10 o'clock for tomorrow morning, bringing strong storms right off the Gulf, right across Florida and southern Georgia. These could easily be multiple tornado-warned cells as that comes through for tomorrow. It's going to bring a lot of impacts, everybody. Now, I may do an afternoon update. I haven't decided yet. Hope every single one of you have a very blessed day. If you do support my channel, remember, I do have merch down below of always helping others. All you can do is click the link down below and be the first one to support. And before I go, a quick word from our Father, everybody. Psalm 95, 1 through 7. O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. In his hand are the deep places of the earth. The strength of the hills is his also. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. O come, Let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice. Amen. Have a great day, everybody. Please watch out for this storm system. This is going to be a dangerous storm, and unfortunately, we're going to hear bad things after it. That's why I try so hard to put these alerts out, because no matter what we do here on YouTube, there's still bad outcomes no matter how many people we try to put the information out. So remember, above all things, all glory does go to God, our Father in heaven, Yahweh. And I always hope he keeps you safe every single day of your life. And forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Be safe, everybody.